I think it means I've been around too long that Lynn is up here doing homecoming. I think she was in our academic office when I first joined, and she worked with the soccer program. So it's exciting for us to be here for homecoming. There's a lot of times where I get to watch homecoming from afar. So excited to be playing our last Big Ten home games this weekend. Michigan and Michigan State coming to town Friday night and Sunday. So certainly looking forward to those games. On the road this past weekend, a good victory Friday night at Northwestern. Always a challenge to play there, but probably for the first time in my 12-year career, the flag hung limp. I don't know how that happens at Northwestern, right the field right off the lake, but so certainly as soon as I saw that, knew that there might be some good things going on that night. Our leading goal scorer in the country, tied right now for leading goal scorer in the country and certainly leading the conference. Janelle Flaws had a hat trick Friday night against Northwestern, and she continues to be an amazing goal scorer. And we played against the second leading goal scorer in the conference on Sunday, and unfortunately, about 10 minutes into the game, Janelle knocked heads with a player from Penn State and split her eye open. So 12 stitches later, we did try to get her back in the game early on, but really pulled her after about another 10 minutes of play, just to make sure we keep her safe for the rest of the season. So unfortunately for her, she didn't get that Penn State game to sort of try to keep her goal scoring going, but she should be fine and ready to go this weekend. So we're excited about getting her back on the field and ready to go. So Northwestern, Janelle Flaws hat trick gets us a 3-1 win on the road in the Big Ten. That's always great. And then a tough one Sunday against Penn State. Like I said, she goes down 10 minutes in. Nicole Brees was out. She got knocked in the head on Friday night and had some slight concussion symptoms, so we held her out on Sunday as well. And certainly Vanessa was still not ready to play. So down a little bit going into State College certainly makes it a little bit more difficult. And it was their senior day, and they certainly played like they were playing for that. And I think we struggled a little bit to keep the ball with those players off the field. And I said this to the team, and I think I said this, this has been a tough season for us from an injury perspective, but I think the lesson that I want the athletes to learn, and I've said this about my life in terms of the opportunities that I've had, a lot of it is because my parents taught me pretty early on to be prepared for the opportunity that you don't know is coming. And I think that's what I've said to our underclassmen who now have been forced into service, if you would say, or given an opportunity to make an impact, some more prepared than others. And I think that's a lesson to athletes all across our campus, is that you don't know when the opportunity is coming. You're working hard for something that you don't know is coming, and that's the hardest thing, is you don't know when that opportunity is going to come. And certainly this has been a season of opportunities for players to step up. Some have been more prepared than others, and I think if we'd had a few more players prepared, and certainly that falls on both the athlete and the staff, we would be better prepared to handle some of the injuries that we've had. And hopefully those players are learning that lesson and getting prepared, and we're getting players back. Our goal right now is to make the Big Ten tournament that we host, and certainly our destiny is in our hands, and this weekend is a huge piece of that. So as part of homecoming, we certainly hope that the fans come out Friday and Sunday and cheer this team on. The moral support, I think, is something that will be huge for us. Michigan comes into town. I think they're the top RPI team in the conference right now, and certainly are looking to make a run at a conference title, and we certainly want to be the team that interrupts that for sure. So, questions?
What's Janelle meant to this team, like her emergence from injury last year?
It's really even hard to say. I was standing on the sidelines at Penn State, and Erica Walsh, the Penn State coach, walked up to me and she said, "Who is this kid and where did she come from?" And, I think when you're, have a career that's riddled with injury, you sort of fall off the face of the earth. And, I think her emergence is something that we've known was there, been waiting for. And certainly with this season, her ability to put the ball in the back of the net has meant everything to this team and will continue to mean that. I think for me, it's sort of like, I knew I was right in terms of bringing someone that has that kind of ability. It's a challenge to look and think, oh my gosh, what if she and Vanessa DiBernardo had 4 years together? They came in at the same class, and you sort of look at that. But the exciting thing is she's got a great future ahead of her. She's still got a couple years to play here, and I expect to see more great things from her. It's hard to go from scoring 3 goals in your career to being the leading goal scorer in the country. That doesn't happen very often. That's a pretty special story, a pretty special year for that young lady, and well deserved. She's worked hard for it.